AWS S3 ls. This command lists the names of all S3 buckets for an account. Let's see what it does under the hood. This command calls the AWS CLI, which sends an HTTP request to an AWS API. That API sends back a response, and the CLI shows the results. But how does the API know which account's buckets to return? In the simplest of cases, you have an IAM user added to the account, then generated access keys for it, then configured the AWS CLI to use these credentials. When the AWS S3 ls command is run, the access key ID is included in the request, so the API knows which account's buckets to collect. It is a more complete picture, but it is still missing one critical component: policies. In AWS, not all users have the same capabilities. The main control over who can do what is via IAM policies. In order to get back the list of buckets for an account, the IAM user needs a policy that allows this action. So, when you enter the AWS S3 ls command, the AWS CLI sends a request to an AWS API that includes the access key ID. Then the IAM service comes into play. It inspects the request, collects all policies, and decides whether this action is allowed or not. If it is, the AWS API queries the buckets for the account and returns the list to the CLI. This way of operation is universal in AWS. Almost everything you do in an AWS account follows this process. IAM policies and how the IAM service determines access is the foundation of all security inside AWS. I am proud to announce my book, A Practical Guide to AWS IAM: How to Write Policies, Control Access, and Secure an AWS Account. I am the author, Tamás Sallai. From this book, you will learn everything you need to know to get up to speed with security in AWS. It focuses on access control and how to define who can do what. You will learn about IAM, which is the service that is responsible for authentication and authorization. You will know how to use identities, especially IAM users and roles. Then you'll get familiar with the policy language. You will know its structure and what elements are supported. You will also learn about the different policy types, such as service control policies and session policies. Then we'll move on to the policy evaluation logic that controls how IAM determines access based on the policies defined in the account. The book contains several step-by-step examples that show what happens under the hood, so you will know how a policy you write affects the security of the account. Finally, you will learn the best practices for AWS security, both as an administrator and a developer. The book also contains a glossary that contains all the useful terms you will encounter in a convenient place. With this, you will be able to securely give access to an AWS account and implement least privilege. You will have a mental model of how access control works and have the necessary tools to secure workflows. The book is available in PDF and EPUB formats, and you can buy it from several stores. You can also sign up and get 4 free chapters by email. I hope you will join me and learn the basics of AWS security.